Hello and welcome to VRShogiMates. My name is David and I am the developer of this app. This short video will go over the introduction to this app and some tutorial as to how to get the game started, how to get to actually playing. Now, this is some of my first attempts to try to record such a video, so please be patient with me. I'll try to do my best. So, what is VRShogiMates? It's an application for the Quest 2 and Quest 3 where you can play Shogi, Chu Shogi, chess, Xiangqi Western with Western pieces, and Gungi in virtual space. Now, currently only for Quest 2 and Quest 3, but the Steam release is coming very soon, so basically any VR device can play it. Why did I decide to create this app? I had no previous coding or game development experience. I just started off doing this project, and now 2 years later, it's ready for publishing. Obviously, it's 2 years because, first of all, I had no previous experience, but also because with a full-time job and family, it's hard to find time to actually sit down and work on this stuff. But I did almost every single day because I just really loved it, loved the process, and I love these amazing games as well that I hope to share with everybody. What was my personal motivation in this is that I have friends overseas and I really missed playing shogi and chess with them. Now, of course, we used, the browser-based games, which were amazing, but it was not the same experience as sitting over a table, chatting and playing. So then I thought, wait a minute, I have a Quest. Why not just make it, an app so we can play? And that's what I did. The app is perfectly suitable to play with people all over the world, and this is why it's published right now. There are, of course, some functions that are not finished yet. The game is being developed constantly. There are many, many features I want to add, and most of it will depend on you guys, what you guys want me to add or want me to work on. So, without further ado, let me just go over the app and its functions. So I mentioned before there are various games that you can play through this app. The first of which is also the namesake, VRShogiMates. The namesake is there, Shogi. It's a Japanese chess style game. Now, there will be separate tutorials for each of these game modes where I will introduce the game itself, the rules, and go over an example game. So this game will just be a brief introduction. Okay, so we have Japanese chess, so to say, although guys, it's so much more than that. And also it's Chu variation, which is amazing and quite honestly mind-blowing, and would be very difficult to learn and play without this app. This app makes it like playable straight out of the box, which is really amazing. We have their chess, the classic chess. Of course, you need to have chess as well. I really like the map of the chess mode. We have Xiangqi, which is called, Chinese chess sometimes. Very different. It has cannons and elephants, which is amazing. Again, different rules through this app. It's very easy to learn and play. There are also Western pieces for those who are more used to the aesthetics of chess, and I personally really like the look of the Western pieces. And here behind me, we have a bit separate from all the others, Gungi, which is different than all of these. So Gungi is based on the Hunter x Hunter manga and anime series created by the genius Togashi, and he introduced this game in the manga. Now the fans created many different rule sets. There's Gungi. Some people pronounce it as Xiangqi. It's up to you how you would like to pronounce it. But Gungi is playable through Gungi.io. This is different. Okay, so I went through all the rule sets. I decided to work on the one that was created by Alexander Tuck because he's also the one who created these amazing 3D models. We have worked on the rules with others, playtested, tweaked, picked from other rules until we felt that the game is truly ready to be played and it's balanced. And that one is insanely fun. I did not expect it to be so good. I just wanted to be able to play it, a little bit, just like Hunter x Hunter. But it is crazy how much fun that game became. Now, awesome. With that in mind, let's say you just install the app. I enabled free to try, so anybody can hop in, but I'll double check just in case. You bought the app, you installed it. What the heck do you need to do? Now, as you hop in, you will have no hands. Where are my hands? Well, that's because the game is trying to connect to Photon and at the same time trying to get your credentials and verification from MetaQuest, and the two processes need to be completed for your hands to spawn. And once you have your hands, you're free to go. If your hands do not spawn, that means there is some kind of issue. My battery is getting low. That means there is some kind of issue with Photon or connecting to it. Usually restarting the app fixes that. And if it doesn't, of course, let me know, because there's a chance that Photon services are down. Very, very rarely happens. So usually just if you're patient for a little bit, you'll have your hands and you can start playing. All right, let me just charge my headset. I probably should have charged it beforehand, but well, there you go. Now, once you have your hands, you see there will be a box here which has the instructions, and that box will disappear. But don't worry, let me help you how to bring it back up. On the left controller, you just need to press the menu button, and voila, you will see immediately a little menu widget. This will be very important later on. So if I turn on learner mode, there we have it. We have the instructions back here. So let me just quickly go over this one. How do I move in the game? You use the A or X button. So, and it doesn't matter which controller you want to use, to teleport. And I simply choose the place. You see the arrow is where I'm facing. So I want to face that way. Go. Here I am. You see there's the teleport button right over here. Now, let's see what else. We have the widget button that I explained, and of course the grab. This will be essential when you grab a piece and you make a move, and you can also turn with your left joystick to adjust your orientation. Later, it's a requested feature to be able to move around with the joystick as well to help better align with the board and such. That will be implemented in one of the future updates. All right, so let's see. I'll just quickly go over this and mention anything that is relevant or important. Right now, we are in the main menu. Okay, this is what the main menu looks like. I just quickly look around. And to select a game mode, you just need to grab a piece. Once you grab a piece, that game mode will be selected, which I will show you briefly. And as I mentioned before, we have Shogi, Chu Shogi, chess, Xiangqi Western pieces, and Gungi over there. Now, there are some others coming later as well. What are some of the features? With each and every of these game modes, you can enable correspondence mode, which means you don't need to be in the room at the same time to play. Either of you can join at your own pleasure, make a move, and that game can go on for weeks or months on end. This is especially useful with Chu Shogi and Gungi, because those games tend to take a long time, so you might want to just stop it and then continue a few days. A brief information on this one. The room remains live for 3 days, and the players in it remain live for 3 days as well, which means in those 3 days, if either of you rejoins the room, it will be again 3 days. It will be extended. But if nobody joins for 3 days, the room is wiped and there's no way to get it back. Your player character also has a 3-day expiration. So let's say the game is still live, but you didn't join within 3 days and your character is removed. Don't worry, you can join again, but instead of rejoin, go for regular join. Also, correspondence games are not on this board unless open. This is the lobby list over here. They are not visible because they are archived. Once a player rejoins, it will be visible there as well. Okay. Now, Rejoin function, yes, if you want to go back to the same room that you have left before, you need to make sure the rejoin button is ticked. The same goes for correspondence game. Otherwise, what you'll notice, you join the game, you try to join the game, and you'll get kicked out because the game does not recognize you as one of the players in it. And the last one here is the hidden option, which is if you want a game that is not on the lobby list, because all the games on the lobby list obviously are visible and public and people can try to join. However, every room can only have 2 players at a given time. For now, later I'm planning to add some other options, which I will tell you later. But this means if you have a room and you have your friend in it, nobody else can go in and disturb you. You are free to play your game without any interruptions. All right. Now, there is a Discord with the app. You can see it over here. I will also write it below this video that you can see. Feel free to join this Discord. I'm hoping that we can build up a tiny community around this app where we can, that's the channel where you can find other players, where you can host games, even clubs, which I plan on later. If you have any questions, issues, you want to post your game or photos, that's the place to do it. All right. And if you want to go one step further and you want to have an amazing physical shogi or Chu Shogi or even Tai Shogi or Makadai Shogi set, you can reach out to Caroline Hodges, who actually has a wealth of shogi related resource and amazing handcrafted boards and pieces. As long as you refer to the app and to me and we verify, you get also a neat little discount. So hey, that's just a little bit of bonus for you guys. All right. Now, obviously, as a solo developer, I appreciate any kind of support. If you like, subscribe, share, that's amazing for me. So I want to say thank you for all those who take their time to do that. Right, what functions am I planning? A clock. So right now, no game mode has a clock. Unfortunately, that will be added pretty soon because I feel like that's an important thing. And then, of course, AI. Now, currently, there's no AI. It's very difficult and currently beyond me to add that. There is, however, a solution, and this is how I've been playing against AI, and that is you can open up your Quest browser and go to, let's say, VRShogi, Lichess, and also on the Discord you can find a link to a Chu Shogi browser page, and you can start a versus AI match there, and you copy the games on the board. Now, why would you do that? Well, because the 3-dimensional board and the learner mode helps you in analyzing or going over games or moving pieces around more freely. So that's the main purpose. As I said, the primary goal of this app was to allow you to play with other people around the world, and that's what it does. Okay, should there be enough players and the demand, I will also add basic social functions such as displaying messages, sharing username, and so on. And I really hope we get as far as creating clubs, because then I could design a neat little club room and we could have shogi, chess, Xiangqi, Gungi clubs, which would be amazing with a teacher. We can go over games. People can host their own clubs as well. For me, shogi clubs and chess clubs were a truly unique experience that I would really like to recreate in VR. Yeah, and then I mentioned before about joining rooms that are already full. Spectator Mode is the one that helps you do that. So you can just once it's done, it's not added yet, but that would allow you to just sneak or peek into games without disturbing the players. All right, so that's it for now. The app is currently available on the Quest App Lab, and I'm working on the Steam release. And once it's out on Steam, any VR device basically can use it. You might have to tweak key bindings. With Steam, you have the freedom to set key bindings whichever way you like it. You can do that on that. What other game modes I'm planning to add? Sannin and Yonnin Shogi, the 3-player and 4-player Shogi, and Tai Shogi, which is the big variation of Shogi. Also 3 Kingdoms and 7 Kingdoms Xiangqi, which is the 3-player and 7-player Xiangqi, respectively. I have the assets already, thanks to awesome contributors over here. So that's just a matter of time and demand. If there's an interest, of course, I will work on that as well. All right, so the last page, the 5th page, is about the credits. You can see my name over there as the game development responsible person. There's some awesome awesome Hunter x Hunter artwork from Modok 10 that you can see in the Gungi Hall game mode. You also have the Creative Commons assets that I have highlighted over here from Cyberhang and Alexander Tack. I mentioned his name before. All right, and I want to say special thanks to Gregory Heringer, who was a tester and supporter throughout the developmental process, Caroline Hodges, who assisted with awesome materials, and of course, Peach and Lizzie. Now, without further ado, let me show you, or let me just guide you through how you can start a game. So where you are right now is the main menu. There is a bit of a lag because of the recording. I'm not sure if that will go away. I hope it's not too noticeable. This is the main menu. As you can see, you can always check your version number to make sure you're using the right version. And how do I start a game? Well, you simply grab the piece of the game mode you want to use. Okay, so for example, if I want to play Shogi, I grab the piece, voila, all the pieces are here ready for me to play. Now, what's this green button over here? Well, if you want to switch game modes, right, from Shogi to Chu Shogi, ooh, this is weird. You just need to touch this green button and voila, you have Chu Shogi. All right, you can just go back if you wish. Now, let's say I want to play chess. I'll just grab the chess piece. There we go, and you can see these massive pieces. We're on the board. Now chess game is selected. The same for Xiangqi, as you can see, Xiangqi Palace, and Xiangqi Western, the Western style pieces that I mentioned, which in my opinion look absolutely amazing. And we have, of course, Gungi as well, which is, again, very different from the others. Now, let's say I select Shogi and I want to start a game. You see that like disappeared. It was probably the recording. You open your widget and voila, it's different. Now Shogi mode is selected. You also see the lobby list and there's one room open currently. Well, we don't want to disturb them right now. So I just click host and let's have Shogi 2. Not very creative, but whatever. I have the room name. This will be the name of the room that other people need to remember to join it. And here I have the options. Correspondence mode, if I want to make sure that the room stays live after I quit and I want to be able to rejoin, or I want a game with somebody in a different time zone and we want to enter and make our moves at different times. Rejoin, if I'm rejoining a correspondence room, or if you just left a room for a moment and you want to hop back in. And hidden, if you don't want it to be on the lobby list. So I just click host, join game. And it's dark for a moment because I'm right outside the dojo, but here we go. I'm already here. Now, I am inside. You see there's a rules box here, which will disappear shortly. Works the same way as in the main menu. Once you open your little widget, you can open it. Now, what should you do if you find a board to be too low, which happens sometimes? The easiest fix to make it more suitable for yourself is to quickly, you can sit down on the floor, of course, as Shogi was intended to be played, or is intended to be played by that, but we all know that's not the most comfortable way. So you can just adjust your Guardian floor height. If you bring it up higher, the board will be higher as well. In the future, of course, I will work on making this more easily adjustable. Right? So here I am, and I am ready to play, but look, the rules disappeared. What do? Well, press your little widget button and click learner mode, and you already see the rules. But what else? The numbering on the board appeared, and This is the cool part. If I touch a piece, voila, look at that. I see the name of the piece and I see its move. You can see there, step move is indicated by a single black line, and green arrow is when it can move long term. Now, there will be other videos in this series where you will be able to learn about these different games and their rules in detail. This is just a short tutorial in how to use the app. Okay, you can change over here, you can find the rules as well. All right, and all that drops, and every game mode comes with an example match that you can go over at your own time to experience how a game usually flows in such a game. Now, I grabbed the piece, right? Let me just go back for a brief second to the first page. I grabbed the piece, but it's, it's floating. How do I put it on the board? This is so dumb. Oh no, it goes into the board. Well, you need to press placement mode, which will be B or Y buttons. And if I do that, look at that. Look at that, it's on the board. So it's very easy and comfortable to place. I don't even need to really move. Here we go. Now, what if I want to promote a piece? Well, I activate placement mode and book. I press the joystick on the right hand. You can see right there in the controls. This allows you to promote or flip pieces. And there we have it. Now, what happens if I grab a piece but look, it's sideways? Oh no, that's not right. It's not aligned perfectly. You need to press the joystick on the right button and it will pop back up again and you're free to move it as well. All right, so that's how you play with others. Now, sometimes it might happen that the person plays with you, but their hands are off a little bit, right? That just means the location is not in sync. If you teleport a couple of times, it should pop right back into position. Now, if you want to go closer to the board, but look, I try and it makes me go far away, that's because it checks the location of your headset. So if you lean back, wow, you're already up close. And funny thing, right? The in game you see only the hands. The head is not visible, which means if you just peek at this or go close or like this, the other player will have no idea. The same for learner mode. If you activate it, that's only for you. The other player will not see that you have this on. So if you don't want to let them know that you're not sure about the rules, don't worry, they cannot see it. Okay, so that's about it. Pressing the main menu will obviously just bring us back to the main menu, and here we are. So that's the short introduction to this one. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Please check out the app if you haven't already. Drop a like and subscribe, because again, for a solo developer, for me personally, it means quite a lot. So thank you very much. You guys are awesome, and look out for the videos on the individual game modes. Thank you very much for your attention. Take care.